I am camping and it feels really good to be back at a campsite, to be honest. I definitely have more of a routine when I'm at a campsite. You know, I wake up, do certain things, do a bit of a vlog, make coffee, pack up the ground mat, pack up the sleeping bag, get ready to go, and then chill out for a bit, you know. And I just sleep better when I'm camping. Although there were some really weird noises last night, like sounded like gunshots or I have no idea. Explosions of some kind, I have no idea what it was, or a train or a plane, I don't know. But several times, like rumbling throughout the sky. It wasn't thunder for sure. But otherwise, all good. And I'm feeling good today. I'm definitely tired. You know, definitely tired. Because I'm finding myself needing to sleep more and more at the moment. But I am feeling really good. Yesterday was a bit of a wobble and I'm really excited to go and see Matthias. Also to get the bike looked at. I'm going to have a look at it myself, see what it might be. We're looking at clutch plates or transmission now. It seems to be working fine again, so I have no idea. And then if not, then it's going to be taking it to a garage job and then hopefully getting it back home so I can get it to a Royal Enfield dealership. Mainly because it's still under warranty, so it makes sense to go back to, you know, an actual dealership rather than a random spot that will do it and charge me for it. So, yeah, that's the plan. Obviously I'm a long way from home still right now, so getting it fixed will be very good. Yeah, I'm excited for today. I'm excited to get back out and it's nice to have time. I feel like I've settled again now, today, this morning, waking up. I feel much more, I've got time. I'm not in a rush. I haven't got to get out by 10 a.m. I haven't got to find accommodation for tonight. And, you know, I'm now on the home stretch, which feels really good. You know, I've got about a week to get home now. Going to spend the night with Matthias tomorrow and spend the rest of the week just heading home, heading west towards the UK. Book a ferry hopefully today or tomorrow as well, which I've not done yet. But I am wary that on the way here, they were pretty much sold out actually for the day I wanted to come. So I had to go through a third-party website, which charged me actually the same anyway, so it was fine. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Very simple, very easy going. I want to go grab a coffee now and just enjoy the rest of the trip. Yesterday was a bit, I was falling into turmoil yesterday, to be honest, with the bike breaking and, you know, trying to get over that mountain on the gravel and just not really having a good time with it. Yeah, but getting to this campsite has changed it all. People have been lovely, great conversations, looked after me, had good, you know, good company, which is what I need. Yeah, anyway. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was thunder and lightning last night, but it definitely wasn't close. I've not seen any lightning yet. Hey. Once again making an absolute racket at the campsite, but luckily the bike started, so that's a good sign. Not everything has gone wrong. Everything's dried out now, which is nice. The tent's dry. Gear 1 is working. We are moving in gear 1. What? That is miraculous. And I have absolutely no idea what's going on with my bike. But it feels fine. Clutch feels good, gears feel good. It's riding fine, it sounds fine. Maybe something just warped, I don't know. Right, first things first, I'm going to go and pay. And hopefully my phone turns back on because it's still charging, and for some reason I think during this trip the phone has got a bit fucked. The plan is now to go and grab some food. My phone is completely
just not working whatsoever anymore. And then I realised that I have no idea where my sunglasses are, and those are the last things that I want to lose right now. So I'm gonna have to just I have no idea where they could be. This is gonna be very fun. So I've only really got one choice. I can go back, check where I was camping, see if I've left them on the floor or in the toilet, which could be a possibility. And if not, I just assume they're on the bike somewhere, and that's going to have to suffice until I get to Matthias's house when I can check. No luck on the sunglasses, so I'm just going to trust they're in my bag somewhere, and that I did put them away or left them in the tent and probably crushed them in packing it. But you know, I've said this before on this trip, and it's something to remind myself of, is that, you know, you do have to check. You're unpacking so much stuff. I left half my stuff on the bike last night, but every time you leave, you have to double check that you've packed everything. And as soon as you start losing where you've put things away, it becomes really quite stressful, because you're not sure if you've got it, if you haven't got it, where to find it if you need it. So yeah, I think a big tip for being on these trips is pack well. When you repack, make sure you pack the same way and find some routine in that, because it makes life so much easier. And I've packed quite a lot for this trip, so I'm always checking, you know, the microphones, the camera, the battery pack cases, all my cables that I've got, the cameras that I've got, the documents, my passport, my ownership documents, and obviously the main things. But then you've got the smaller things like a pair of sunglasses, which, I mean, look, I don't really want to lose them because I need them, first of all, because it's quite sunny here and it really helps me riding. But also, I mean, you don't really want to lose anything anyway if you can help it, do you? So I think just double checking every time you pack and having a system for it is really good. Hey, welcome back. So I'm looking for food and I've no idea where to go. It just seems like a really small town. It doesn't seem to have anywhere to eat that's open at this time in the morning. This is one thing that I have found, is that I would really love a warm cooked breakfast, but I can never seem to find anywhere. The usual places I find are obviously bakeries that do bread and croissants and stuff like that. Okay, these cars are obviously stopped. Okay, this looks like the high street. It's very beautiful here. That's a cafe that's obviously closed. That's obviously closed. This is a beautiful street though. There must be a bakery or something here that I can get some food from. There's a place over there. Okay, that looks like a promising place. Alright, let's stick the bike on the side of the road here. No idea what the rules are, but I've come to care less nowadays. As bad as that sounds. We found a bakery, of course. That is breakfast done. Went to that place just over there. It was a bakery, but it was nice. Friendly people, as they all have been in Austria so far. And now we're going to make a move. We're back onto Beeline today, because I don't really know where I want to go. So, well, I know where I'm going to for the final destination, but I don't know what roads to ride to get there. So we're back onto Beeline so I can put in the fun route, and it's given me something to go by nearer to the mountains, so that's exciting. I'm also feeling, as you can probably tell, much more alive today and back in the headspace for this tour. And I think what vlogging has made me realise is that it's really made me realise how I'm feeling day to day, because I'm reflecting on it constantly doing this vlog, you know. And there are most definitely days where you want to vlog, and when you just can't be asked. It's just an extra load of effort on top, you know. And I think I've been vlogging now every day for the past six weeks pretty much, and it's been pretty consistent on this trip. Most of the day I've been snapping moments of each day, chatting about my feelings, chatting about my thoughts, what I've been learning. And it's been a lot. I mean, look, I've learned a lot about myself and about, you know, touring on this trip, but I've also learned a lot about vlogging and how difficult it actually is to keep it up. You know, it's not a simple task, and then you've got the editing to do on top of that. It isn't just the filming of it, you know. And before this trip, I never really vlogged. I'd never committed to a vlog. So I've been learning about vlogging and how to edit and everything else pretty much day to day during this trip. It's been a huge learning curve in every sense being here. But the bike is working, and that is great. And I think I'm just going to try and get this thing home. I've got a service booked in now for next week on Thursday, so that's the 16th. Just to give you an idea of the date today, which I have no idea what the date is right now. And hopefully it'll be fine until then, and whatever it is, hopefully it's nothing too major. And that's that. All groovy right now. I just want to say, look at these views. You got rows and rows of cornfields, you got sunflowers, I forgot what they were called for a minute then, and then you got mountains in the background. The roads are beautiful. You just got these twisties, not too tight. Nice just to cruise around on. The houses are beautiful and colourful. The air is fresh. And I'm a very happy man right now. Have I lost my map once again? It's gone. Another thing I might suggest on a trip like this is to bring a designated kind of sat-nav rather than a phone. I've just found it to be really temperamental. If you had a brand new iPhone, then maybe it'll be fine, or any other phone, a newer one, but mine is just not doing the job. It keeps turning itself off, locking itself, dying, the battery keeps running out, the charge keeps running out. Yeah, it's just not been ideal for this trip, and it means that I'm often having just to pull over like this and just reset it and reset the maps and everything else. It just takes time that you don't really want to be taking. I've decided to just ride toward the mountains, but you know what, the road signage here is really good, and it's very easy to find your way around without looking at the map. Obviously I do have a Europe map staring right at me on my tank bag right now, but I'm kind of just enjoying riding around right now, to be honest. It's the first time I've done this, and it's because I know that I have somewhere to go tonight that I can actually stay at and relax at, and not have to be out at a certain time and not have to be there for a certain time. And I can also plan what I'm going to do to get home, book a ferry, and all the stuff that I need to do I can do when I get there, which is really nice, and it's just allowing me to feel a bit freer today, I think. So we're going to head into the mountains. I think it's going to take me slightly further away from where I'm going. I'm definitely going to be going that way, which is west, alongside the mountains, not into them. I'm pretty sure on the other side of here is Slovenia, but they just look too beautiful not to explore for an hour or two. Austria is beautiful. It is really, really beautiful and definitely worth putting on your list, despite only having been here now for Klagenfurt. That's where we're going to. The road signs are perfect, and I'm basically just twisting around roads. I don't even know quite where I'm going, but okay, Klagenfurt is 29 kilometers to the right, but I'm going to just shoot off left into this mountain for an hour or two because it looks like a beautiful thing to do. So why not, whilst away in Europe on a tour, go and find some mountains? Sounds like a good idea. So I've just pulled over to try and sort my phone out, and it's just not holding charge as fast as it's charging up right now. So the plan is to just follow the road signs to where I'm heading to today, and then I think I'll come back through a mountain pass on the way back through. I think I might end up going back through the Alps and Dolomites to get home at this rate, looking at the map. So I've got I'm guessing about 45 minutes to get to Klagenfurt now, which is where we're going to. Hey, I just pulled over for some fuel and some water, and I thought it was worth mentioning something that's been on my mind for the past few days, and that is a slight desensitization to the views and what I'm seeing and where I'm going. A bit less excitement and more this feeling of ready to be home. And I think I've been chatting to Gabe and to Klaus the past few days about this. Not using these words, but generally. And I think the first 2 or 3 weeks, definitely 3 weeks, I was blown away and in awe by everything. The roads, the people, the architecture. Just being here was enough. I could go anywhere and just be wowed, you know. Week 4 that started to wane. Then I made the choice to go down to the Balkans, which is crazy to me, and it's a dream that part of the trip that I wanted to do big time. Got very excited. Obviously that got cut short. Had to leave the Balkans, and then kind of since that point I've been struggling a bit. It's been very up and down, struggling to keep excited, struggling to keep motivated. And don't get me wrong, I am still super grateful to be here and I'm still enjoying myself, but it's become harder recently to find that sense of adventure, to find that sense of I can't wait to explore more. And I think it's definitely down to this slight desensitization of, I'm seeing very similar things but in different places now, and it's becoming harder. I'm having to take more time to really look at things and to really settle in things and to really give myself time to stop and take it in, because at the beginning it was enough just to be like, wow, that's a big mountain, that's incredible, and wow, this road is phenomenal, and this pass is like something else. But now I've been here for coming towards 6 weeks now, well, coming toward the end of week 5 into week 6, it's becoming harder to have that sense of awe toward everything, and everything's becoming a bit more normal to me now, normalized. And I think it's something to bear in mind when you're planning a trip, how long you're going to go for and when to call it a day, when it's time to call it a day and start heading back home, which I'm doing now. And just some thoughts really. There's no kind of end point to this thought, it's just a thought that I've had on this trip, and I think I would need to go somewhere new now, somewhere further east or down into the Balkans more, which I was going to do obviously and couldn't, to carry on really, really enjoying this trip and finding that sense of what's next, where am I going to go, I can't wait to go to this place and explore this thing, just some thoughts.
And something to bear in mind when planning your own trip, and for me, my own future trips, is how long do I actually need and how long will be enjoyable. Unless it's something like the TET, or you're doing something which is a big challenge, you know, and you want to complete this thing from A to B and you've got this route to do. I think if you're just meandering around, it's really worth bearing in mind how long it's going to be long enough for me to enjoy this and get home without waning too much. Just some thoughts. Anyway, back to the road.
Hello, is the microphone working? Yes, it is. This is something else on this trip that I've really had to think about a lot more, is every single time I put the mic on and plug it back in, I have to check it's all working. If you're going to vlog a trip like this, it takes a lot of effort, just so you know. I think if I was with other people that were also vlogging it as well and we could all combine footage, then much easier, but just doing it all on your own has been a lot. And at this fuel stop, and my phone is still dead, I have managed to drop my phone in that puddle, and then I managed to drop my gloves in that puddle. Great, yeah, really fun. Really great fuel stop. Okay, my phone decided to work just when I needed it. So today has been a really good day. Everything seems to have figured itself out.
Okay guys, we've made it to Matthias's place, and it's so nice to be somewhere where I can actually relax again. I think I really just could do with a couple of days off. So what I'm going to do today is plan the rest of the trip. We're going to go for a drive in his van now, which is going to be lovely. And then work out exactly how I'm going to get home, when I'm going to go home, the route I'm going to take. The bike seems to be working now. We're going to go get an opinion from a mechanic in the area, see what they think, and then hopefully I can carry on and get it home. But yeah, check out the view from here right now. It is beautiful here. Anyway guys, I guess I'll see you in the van very shortly.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, I took away the tooth. That was a massive tree there.
I've got to say, I am super grateful to be in a house tonight with people, because we are about to get a big storm, and that is where I'm heading next. Global Pass, back into Slovenia, back through the mountains to get home. But this is a storm brewing. So I've just heard some alarms going off. I guess that's a weather warning alarm. It's pretty freaky. I'm gonna have to ask Matthias what that means, because hearing that is like a war's about to begin. Oh. Good evening. It is Thursday evening, and I've been planning for most of the day today about how to get back. I've had a lovely couple of days here with Matthias and his family. It's been beautiful. Not filmed much, but bits of it we have. And then the question is now, do I leave tomorrow morning and give myself a nice slower journey home, 5-6 hours riding a day, or do I leave on Saturday and pretty much belt it back
I've got a route planned. I'm not going to do highways. I'm going to still have a nice journey back and enjoy it. I don't see the point in ending the trip on a blitz it through Europe kind of vibe, but it's just a case of how much time I give myself to do that. So it's a case of either 4 or 5 hours a day riding, or 5-6 hours a day riding plus stops 2 hours. So it'll be 6 to 8 hours a day riding, really. Difference between 6 or 8 hours a day riding to get home in time, which I'll be leaving Calais on Wednesday morning to get back to the UK. So that's how it's looking right now, and I'm going to sleep on it, wake up in the morning, see how I feel, and go from there. But I've got a feeling that I'll be leaving tomorrow so I can take my time, and rather than do tolls and highways the whole way home to get home quickly, I just think it's worth. I've got time, so why not enjoy a few more passes that I either enjoyed on the way here or that I haven't yet done, and just enjoy the ride home and finish it in a good way rather than being exhausted trying to get home quickly. But yeah, it's been lovely here in Austria. I love it here. Had some amazing authentic Austrian food. I've been treated so well here. I've been for a swim each day in the lake. Been for a small ride around the corner tonight. But otherwise, yeah, the bike seems to be working now as well, so that's good, and we'll see if it makes it to the UK. Stay tuned.